Welcome to Life Around 40, episode 23. How are you doing tonight, gentlemen?
Taylor's driving somewhere.
Yeah,
driving in
Yeah.
his car.
I noticed looking awfully clean here, Taylor.
I know.
What's behind that?
What I typically do. Let it grow out and then just shave it off at some
A
point.
reset?
Turn 15 years younger.
What that is him mocking me with his facial hair.
Yeah, look what I can do whenever I want.
my roommate said the same thing. He's like, how could you grow more facial hair in a day and a half than I can in 3 weeks? I was like, well,
The hell is a phone ringing?
That's
I'm losing it at the top of my head, so it's got to go somewhere.
when I first grew it out, Brittany was not a fan. Like she was like, I don't like that at all. And then one day I shaved it completely off just to see what she said, and I walked downstairs and she was like, you need to grow it back. She's like, you look like a baby. You need to grow it. I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
all right.
Right.
So it stuck around since.
That was a reference I made to Taylor before you got on.
I was a chubby baby.
I wasn't going to say chubby on the podcast, but
You ain't hurt my feelings, eh?
that's why I can't shave the chin shit, because then you're just going to see how I have two of them.
No,
whatever. You would see how horrible my chin line is.
It's good for me to see it and then to be like, okay, all right.
Gives the illusion that I have. I actually have a jawline, so got to keep that going.
It's glorious too.
Thank you.
I'm jelly.
I wish it was a little thicker on the sides, but the problem is when it grows out, it grows out this way instead of getting thicker. It's annoying. So I'm like, well, I'm gonna let it grow out and thicken up. Well, it never does. It just poofs. I gotta get rid of it.
That's what honestly, that's kind of the breaking point for me when it does grow out. I just let it grow out, and then it gets to a point where I'm like, okay, this is getting very annoying to eat anything. Yeah, I'm just gonna shave this off.
I always have to try to keep these up here trimmed because they roll down and it drives me nuts. So
yeah.
I saw the movie The Goat, or just Goat, over the weekend with the kids. It was better than I thought it would be.
Is that a new Pixar movie or something?
It's not.
I think I saw an advertisement for it.
I don't even know if it's Pixar. It's just about mangy animals playing basketball.
Oh, okay.
And it was better than I kind of anticipated. I'll buy it for the kids, but I don't really see me watching it again, though.
So what you're saying, it's no Air Bud.
I've never seen Air Bud.
The pinnacle of animal movies.
Yeah, I mean,
of animal sports movies. Yes.
You
have to have a high IQ to understand Air Bud.
As an adult, I've gone back and watched Free Willy. That is one stupid movie.
Hey, easy. It's got a great Michael Jackson song in it. All right.
What Michael Jackson song's in Free Willy?
I'm trying to remember the name of it. It's a really good song though.
Come on.
I'm gonna look it up because it's gonna.
I've not seen it since I saw it in the movie theaters whenever it came out. So
yeah, and then what else has happened here? I got all my kids' portrait lenses in for their cameras. So
yeah, you were talking about that.
Yeah, man. I wanted something for the Bible study small group, whatever the hell you want to call it. Sorry, Lord. Where they can get a little depth of field behind the shot instead of the cheap kit lens. And one of our project managers gave me some star points for literally, I think, doing 4 jobs for him in a week. And I didn't have to put out a single nickel on them. So, of course, I don't have any of that money left for me, but
well, that's how that always works, isn't it?
Yeah, I tell you, but man, I tell you, the more I mess around with that little Olympus camera I got, Kalen, what a fun little camera. Especially with that 25 millimeter on there. It's snappy. It gets good subject separation. I was like, should have gotten all the kids these things. Really neat. Probably horrible for video, but really great photo camera.
Just because I know you guys are all dying in anticipation. It is "Will You Be There" by Michael Jackson. It's actually a theme song.
Sing me a little ditty.
I have no idea. Yeah, I have honestly.
Hold me like the River Jordan, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah,
the
don't-
lyrics are here. So.
Don't recognize that. I'm sorry, and it's not.
I bet
because
if
you're
you heard
singing.
it, you would recognize it just from the movie. Just
Well, no, I'm not like a huge Michael Jackson fan, but I do like a moderate amount of his music, and I don't. But
if
title
you heard
doesn't-
it, because it
Mm.
was that theme song, and I think they played it a lot when we were kids. I think you would recognize it pretty quick.
Mm.
So, because it was one of those. Every time I heard it, I didn't realize it was him until I got older, and I was like, "Oh, that was Michael Jackson. Okay, it's a good song."
Okay.
I felt bad at my cousin's wedding. I was up in Ohio for it, and they kept putting on Michael Jackson songs. They're like, "Come on, Drew, Michael, dance." We're like, "We did this when we were like 8. We don't bend anymore.
No,
like
not at all.
we're old and overweight. Like, what do you want from us?"
Not at all.
Like, my knees used to like flop around like it was nothing. It ain't happening no more. They go a direction. If they go another, I'm going to the hospital.
Oh no.
I could grab my crotch and go high pitch, but that's just inappropriate in front of children.
You guys have seen the Simpsons spoof of that, right? Where I think it's with the dolphins. Maybe not. Maybe it was an orca, but they jump over, and as it goes over, Lisa's like holding her hand up, and the flipper slaps her in the face. She's like,
Seems fitting for Lisa.
There's a Simpsons scene for everything in life. So, and they predict the future pretty often too. It's kind of uncanny. It's almost like they're running the world. They're part of the New World Order, and I've been supporting it since I was a kid.
Well, you take enough shots at it, you're gonna get something right eventually, and they just don't seem to stop taking shots.
Yeah, maybe it's time to put the gun down.
How many
and stop taking
episodes
shots.
do they have?
Are they getting close to 900 now?
It's gotta be. It's a ton. Old Google machine.
The old Google box.
Yeah, I thought they were getting close to 900.
You think they stop at 1,000?
As of
If they
February
reach it.
15th, 800 episodes.
Oh, okay, 800.
Oh. So if they do 26 a year, they got some years left.
Yeah, they should. Another Simpsons scene. Why are you stopping now? Why not 20 years ago? Yeah, seriously.
Oof. Goodness.
Is there
I
a
don't
channel where
watch it
they're
anymore.
in? Is there a channel where they're even in syndication, or is it like people are so annoyed by it?
I think on Fox they might. Well, no, I don't think they syndicate it. I think they just do the new episodes.
No.
Because then they immediately go to Disney, the streaming service, and you can watch them there.
Yeah, they used to be
Everybody's
on
watching
that.
stuff there.
With that
Yeah.
that FX or something. They used to have it all on
That
FX
was
for a while.
when that first came out, and they were loading all those old seasons on there. That was a huge deal.
Yeah.
And it was, I remember, because I'm a giant Simpsons nerd, so I followed all of this. When they first loaded it on there, they did it in the 16:9 format instead of the 4:3, which the old seasons were originally, created in for the TVs at the time. And when they reformatted it, it would cut parts off of the episodes, and you would totally lose gags in it. There's one gag where they visit the Duff Brewery, and they're like, try this Duff Light and this Duff Zero and the regular Duff or whatever, and they're like, oh yeah, you can taste the difference. But above it, you could see all the nozzles were connected to one tank, so it was literally the same beer every time. Well, when they cropped it to the 16:9, it completely cut off that it was one tank. And so, like, the joke was completely lost.
Yeah.
And Simpsons fans were like, no, you have to load this in the 4:3. There's no other option. Otherwise, you're losing a ton. Because they put stuff all over the place in those old episodes. So, but, yeah, I'm a nerd like that. I followed that pretty intensely. Simpsons watch. So,
He's the president of the fan club, so
one member. This guy.
I would say I have a buddy of mine who's just as
Pretty big into it.
knowledgeable. Yeah, I would just sit. It would be fun to get the two of you to talk and just listen to see how much you ping off of each other. Because he references stuff all the time, and it's just
such a
like, all right.
referenceable show. And if Family Guy had more good seasons, because I want to say like the first 3 or 4 seasons were pretty good, I think they would be just as quotable because I quote Family Guy quite a bit as well. There's just not as much material because I consider like 12 seasons of Simpsons to be good seasons. So if Family Guy had more good seasons, I think I'd quote it just as much because Drew and I have a big history of quoting Family Guy to each other all the time. Good.
I mean, that's a classic right there.
That
right?
is
That's
100%.
a classic.
Yeah.
Such a stupid thing too, but that's like I said, the first couple seasons that's when all of them were the best. It was just they didn't have a direction. They were still trying to find their identity, so they took some weird chances.
And it worked. It worked so well because it was so out there humor, and I like that kind of weird out there humor. You know what I mean? Just random cuts to complete and total BS. So you're like, what the hell's happening here? That's
Agreed.
One of the newer shows I've watched a couple times. It's called Smiling Friends, and it's the same way. It's very just like out there humor, and they do a really good job with it.
So I have one more episode of Chernobyl to go. And
what do you think so far?
Oh my god, dude! It's you're sweaty. You're sweaty watching that.
Oh,
man.
Totally.
It's the end of the second when the three guys go into the water and their flashlights go out, and all you hear is the dosimeters going. I'm like, like
it's a great show, and the actors did a killer job too.
Heck yeah! I mean, give me a pistol if I'm going in that water. I'm gonna go in. I'll do what I got to do.
Yeah,
go meet my maker. Done. Yeah, Lord, I did this for the people. I'm here now.
You learn quite. They say it's like, oh, it's not the most accurate or whatever, but you still learn quite a bit from it. Like how far away the original like indications where they were testing, and to like, where the hell is all this nuclear material coming from that's showing up in our test results? You know what I mean? And then track it all the way back to where it was in the Ukraine. It's pretty cool. So
wild.
But so I got to ask Drew. It looks like you got into a fight with a dust bunny. What happened?
It's
No. I'm talking about your shirt too.
Oh, this is just bleach. Yeah, this shirt is older than dirt. It's one of the few shirts I like wear to work because I was working today.
Okay.
And I don't like ripping up my good shirts on a job site. I don't know what I'm going to get into because I'm there to help somebody. And I just haven't changed. I even have sleeves. That's how you know. It's just because I haven't changed because I have sleeves on.
That's like
today, it's business time when the sleeves are on.
Today, when I got back from that site walkthrough, some of those animal barns we went into were so strong smelling that when we got back, I immediately had to come home and take a shower. I had to change my clothes and take a shower because like I walked in and I was like, oh man, I still smell like I was standing in this, but it was awful. So it smelled so bad.
Well, when you swim with the rhinos, Graham, you're gonna smell. Okay.
Pretty much. They're cool though. They're cool with me. I was cool with them. It was fine.
Did it feel much like an elephant? Have you ever felt an elephant? I guess
I would imagine. Yes. So like, have you seen those like faux crocodile skin like purses and clutches and stuff like that? And you're running, they're kind of rough and bumpy. It felt very much like that. So, and it was funny because you'd rub it and you like pat it and dust would just fly all over. And the site we were at, because all this snow is melting, as it was a mud quagmire. I had mud all over me when I got back. So it was fun though. It was pretty cool.
I like it.
So, anybody else got anything they want to talk about before we move into the topic?
Nope. Oh, I had a question for you because I know you did this before.
Me?
And I haven't Googled it yet. So you took some like overheads of cars driving pictures years ago to like capture the light trail. That's maybe, or was that Jared?
That might have been Jared.
I really remember it being you. I really remember it being you. I remember. Yeah, you. I don't know if you were like near a freeway or something, but anyways, we'll figure it out later. I believe you got to lock it off on a tripod, do a slow shutter speed, let the light rip,
most
tater
likely.
chip. So
Mostly, it's kind of like those videos where they're doing the glow sticks or whatever and drawing stuff with it.
yeah.
The only creative thing I can ever think that I did was I was on top of a building one day working, and there was an air handler, and it was covered in water because it was kind of frosty out. And I got really close and I took a picture of the puddle and the sun reflecting off of it, and it looked like it was a pond. Like everybody I showed it to, I was like, "Where did I take this picture at?" And they're like, "Oh, you're at a pond somewhere." I'm like, no, that's a puddle on top of an air handler on a roof. So that's the only creative thing I can remember doing. So
Got it.
But anybody else excited for baseball season starting here soon?
No,
I didn't think I'd get much. Well, spring training started. Pitchers and catchers have reported.
Thank God.
Just to let everybody know. And the World Baseball Classic starts in March, which should be fun. I'm so ready for spring. If that tells you anything, just how hard up for spring I am. So I love it. I like baseball. This time of year always excites me that, hey, it's on the horizon. If that stupid groundhog would get his shit together and predict correctly, because he saw a shadow again this year, and I'm like, I'm going to drive to Puxatawny and I'm going to put that thing down.
Speaking of Puxatawny, Groundhog Day, the movie.
Yep.
I was reading an interesting fan theory about the movie.
Okay.
That Ned Ryerson is Satan. So everything is fine in Bill's life until Ned runs up. He's like, "Hey, watch out for that first step. It's a doozy." And I mean, why would a pothole like that be in such a lovely, quaint little town? Boom. He steps in the water, gets his pant leg and shoes all wet, right? And then when does he get out? After he signs all the life insurance forms, including dismemberment and death and all that crap. So he signed his soul over to Ned Satan. And then he got out.
Very dark fan theory.
It was
that movie.
Awesome. I loved it. I was like, man, what a neat take.
That's a very interesting spin on that movie. Yes.
Yeah, I thought it was. I want to watch the movie again now with that mindset, but there's nowhere free to watch it. Yeah, there's nowhere free to watch it.
I was over at my aunt and uncle's house, I want to say this last weekend or so. Maybe it's been 2 weeks since now. And we were talking about like old 80s comedies, Uncle Buck and
Great movie.
Planes, Trains, Automobiles. And I was like, there's a lot of these I've never seen, including those.
Really?
So he was
those
like, you've got to watch those. He's like, you got to go watch those or whatever. I can't find them for free anywhere.
I could send you.
Buy them.
I could send you something.
Some legally
I have
procured copies.
Legitimately. Uncle Buck is fantastic. Plane, Trains, and Automobiles. That's my new favorite Thanksgiving movie. I honestly just watched that one a couple years ago.
Oh,
that was because of Megan.
But
man, basically anything with John, The Great Outdoors. Have you seen The Great Outdoors?
That's another one he mentioned that I gotta watch. So
that's what about Bob? Probably the best of all of them.
Nope.
Man, I thought I knew you.
Same here.
You know what? You have
too busy watching
watch
Alien for the millionth time.
Oh.
So. No,
man.
They're on my list to watch for sure. I never watched them when I was a kid.
You need to send me the list so I can confirm that you've got them all that you need to watch, and then I'll let you go.
Okay. I'll do that.
Man, What About Bob's my favorite, and I bought What About Bob recently because it came with Captain Ron, which is another great one.
That sounds familiar.
Oh man, hurts a little bit.
I agree. It hurts me too.
So. Now my buddy Jack lives in down off the water, Galveston, Gulf of America down there, and Gulf of America. Anyway, he lives in the same little boat marina that has the boat from Captain Ron. So I need to get down there and check this bad boy out.
Okay. It's like visiting the house in Cleveland where they that was the Christmas Story house. That's still a thing people do occasionally is they'll go visit that house up there.
Is the lamp up in the window?
I think it was for years. I think there was for years. I don't know if it still is or not. But
I mean, for Christmas, I'd put it up.
Well, 100%. I think it might be owned by the city or something. considered like a landmark or something now. So
I'll
tell you what,
a fantastic film.
They did a great job with it because it was shot in the 80s. It's like it's an 80s movie, but when you watch it, it feels like it came out in like the time it's set. You know what I mean? They did a great job with it. They really did. I get a little tired of it just because I've seen it so many times at this point. So we watched it this year at Christmas again, and I was like, yeah, it's the same movie I remember it was. Red Ryder BB God. The best part of that whole movie is when Santa kicks him in his face and sends him down the slide. Ho, ho, ho.
Nah, dude. My favorite part's when he comes down the stairs in that damn bunny costume. It's the mom's like, oh, and he's like, what are you talking about? He looks like a pink nightmare.
His dad's hilarious. Yeah, his dad's absolutely hilarious. So, all right, I guess stuff. Now we can get to the topic.
Let's do it.
Oh boy. So, yes, I have the topic for this week. And I thought of this idea because I wanted to hear what the two of you had to say about it. Because you have very different responsibilities than I do. And that is, how do you try to balance your life responsibilities? Me myself, I don't have kids and the like, so how I go about doing things is I try to have the discernment to be able to balance work and play, and not just like work with life, but work with writing, work with trying to get things situated with like the tabletop stuff and make sure I'm on point for that, but then also leaving enough of a segment for me to just kind of be a lazy schmuck every now and again. And I spent a little bit over the weekend playing the original Doom, so it was a nice little pocket for myself to just play that and stuff. But
so are you like do you like schedule that stuff, or is it just mental?
So yeah, that's the important. Yeah, no. So that's for me. It's a little bit of block scheduling. So I'll go through and kind of go, okay, I'm working. It's hard to set exactly the hours for the blocking for work because I do delivery work, so it could be a very short day, it could be a very long day. So it fluctuates a bit. But say, for example, with like Thursday nights, we got the tabletop stuff. I'll block off either Sunday, Monday, or Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. Anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to just kind of read through some stuff, double check on some things, make sure I'm prepared for Thursday night so that we can be set with that. But when it comes to like playing something, it's much more of just a spontaneous kind of thing. Yeah. So, but for spinning those plates, I think for me it works best to have the block scheduling. Otherwise, if I didn't, I wouldn't be good about it, and time would just kind of get away from me. So, but. Okay. But yeah, having that discernment for that, but also then, of course, having the discernment to prioritize what's or in the case of having a boundary of being able to say yes or no properly to something. Like I had invited Graham to play something last night, and he was like, I might be able to do that, and then opted not to because he had some other stuff come up on the priority list and stuff, and it's just like, okay, so
I think it's a big thing that people struggle with in general, and something I've had to get better with in life is when to say no. It's like, because you want to be there for everybody and do what you can for everybody, but it's like at some point, if you have to, it's like, just say no, it's okay. You know what I mean? And most people are very receptive to that too. I want to say most, not all, but most people are accepting of that because they have their own lives too.
Right.
So if there's one message for young listeners, it's do not be afraid to say no sometimes. and turn people down for stuff, So
Well, that and it's like, yeah, I think you really can, outside of somebody giving like ribbing you a little bit on something and just kind of teasing or whatnot, not like maliciously so or trying to guilt trip, but just kind of like a tongue-in-cheek response. You really get to know somebody when they try to be like, no, I'm good. If they start getting really upset about it, and it's like, well, okay, maybe I really shouldn't spend as much time around you if you're gonna get this vindictive or angry about me just not being able to do something.
Well, and definitely knowing who you're ribbing as well. You know what I mean? It's like, because some people aren't going to take it the same way as, say, like the three of us would when we do it to each other. We've known each other for so long. And it's like when Drew tells me to go, F myself off a cliff, I'm like, oh, okay, buddy. It's like, sure.
All that little kidder.
that joker.
So. I generally think I failed miserably at this because, between work, which never seems to end, and then, I end work by picking up kids and then coming home and working for another hour, maybe 2 hours, and then my wife comes home. Then it's like, hi. Then it's like, what are we going to do for dinner? We'll figure it out. And then, it's whatever we have time for after that. But I would say the one way I've kind of gone back some of like things I want to do is I find out how to incorporate my kids and or my wife into such things, because then we all get to go do it. We probably looked like a bunch of weirdos down at the church parking lot the other day because we were doing our photography homework for our small group. And so one of us is always zipping by in the golf cart, and we're always, the other is sitting there with the cameras trying to follow it. And the goal was to have the golf cart look as, sharp as possible, but the background look like, the golf cart's going 100 mile an hour past it.
Yeah.
And we had to look dumber than hell. You see 4 people lined up. It was funny, but we had a good time.
I think most people probably drove by and saw a family spending time.
Just spending time together. Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like whatever. So
sure, but it's fun. So yeah, and like golfing, I enjoy golfing. That's something I do. Bring a kid with you from time to time, and no one bothers you. But I don't have time to block things out. I wish I did. It just my days are too. I just can't tell you what's going to happen. So it's just when I find the time is when I try to take some of it.
Yeah.
I think something to piggyback off of that real quick is just, it is important as well that you can't be tyrannical in your own scheduling on something. So if it's just not going to work, well, it's just not going to work, and you just have to, either try to shift it the next available day that you might be able to do something, or because there's, for example, like doing this recording Thursday night, playing the game, and then Monday nights I usually do chit chat stuff with some people. It's kind of hard for me to want to be like, okay, I'm going to do my best to get a bunch of writing, and so I think better off I might be maybe just doing a little bit of reading to just sort of keep the gears oiled and stuff, and as opposed to just trying to sit and write something, or just write something small or like for a little video or something, so I'm not completely untethered from writing on story and stuff like that. So, but not kicking myself for, man, I haven't written anything for 4.5 weeks or 3 months or something like that. So
I would say Saturday morning is my favorite time, because as soon as I wake up, I wait for Legit Streetcars to post his most recent video. And as soon as it posts, I go make coffee, I make some eggs, I get on the couch, I eat eggs, drink coffee, watch YouTube. And it's just a great
comfy.
Hour. Sometimes the family wakes up and watches it with me, but it's always like, shut up, mash it.
Yep. This is Dad's hour, all right? This is Dad's hour.
It's a good hour. It's a really good hour.
It's like during college football season on Saturdays. I'll be watching football, and the girls come down and be like, "Oh, can't we watch something else?" And Brittany, to her credit, is always like, "Nope, it's college football Saturday for Dad. It's football day, so we can watch it tomorrow." So I'll give her credit. She always gives me that. She's like, nope, this is Dad's time to watch football. Sorry. So
I take that stand for myself during the Masters.
I can see that.
This is my time.
Yep, once a year, let me have it. So
I'd say, how about yourself, Graham? How much a defeatist are you toward your scheduling?
Pretty similar. I'll start with what I am good at. Calendar. I live and die by a calendar now that I've gotten to this age. When I was younger, it was kind of whatever, and stuff always snuck up on me, or I didn't know something was going on. Now at work, if it's not on my calendar, it does not exist to me.
Amen, brother.
So my work hours are pretty regular. You know what I mean? Like I start at 7:30 and I end around 4:35. And in between that time, I always tell them, and because I'm salary and I do work from home, I'm also like, if you need me at 6:00 or you need me or whatever, I will be available, because there are some days where maybe I take a doctor's appointment, but don't take PTO or something along those lines. It's a give and take in those situations. But it's like, because they've asked me before, like, well, what days do you want to come in? It's like, well, what days do you want me in? As long as it's not every day of the week, or I'm not coming down for no reason, that block of time is yours. You know what I mean? At work. So if you need me for something, put it on the calendar and I'll be there. But if it's not on the calendar, it does not exist to me. In fact, I had this happen a week ago or so. I was having some car trouble. So I was driving Brittany's car around. So I was taking them to school in the morning and dropping them off, her at the school for work and the girls for school, and then driving down to the office. And I did that on Monday. Dropped them off at 7. Takes me about an hour to get to work. And I texted my manager and I was like, hey, I just want to let you know we had a meeting at 8:15. Traffic was pretty rough. So I was like, I'm going to be there right when the meeting starts. I'll be very close to the meeting start. And then I get a message through our teams at 7:30 and it was like, all right, everybody gather in the conference room. And I'm like, what is this? Turns out there was a company-wide, we call them power cycle meetings, but they're just company-wide employee meetings. There's 17 employees. I mean, it's not a huge meeting, but we do it once a month to kind of go over new policy changes or whatever it might be. Wasn't on my calendar. So I got there and the meeting was already pretty much done. And they're like, hey, we know you're running a little behind, but how come you weren't able to make the meeting? I was like, it wasn't on my calendar. And I showed them, I was like, it's not on my calendar. I don't know we're having a meeting today. And they're like, oh, okay, well, that makes sense. And they finally started inviting me to the next. I was like, you guys can't not expect me somewhere if it's not on my calendar. That's just all there is to it. And to a lesser extent, we've moved that to our personal life where Britt and I share a calendar. And all the kids' appointments, my appointments, her appointments, anything we're doing goes on that calendar. And that's helped immensely because I know the days when there's something going on or whatever. As long as it's in the calendar, I know. If not, I will forget it 100%. So we do that well. The stuff I'm bad about is kind of that block scheduling for like my personal items, because I do it for work all the time. It's part of the job. I understand that. But if I did more like you were doing, where kind of I was talking about this in one of the last episodes, I'm trying to do too much at once. So it's always like, well, I should do this, no, this, whatever. Well, if I just blocked out Wednesday nights, I do this, Thursday afternoon, I do this before we have our game or whatever. I think I would get a lot more done in that sense by making sure I knew there was a scheduled time to read, to study Japanese, to, do whatever. Oh my God. My wife has something she would like to add.
Yes. Oh no.
Well, what am I bad about?
We put it on the family calendar.
All right, you're done. Go away. I do check the calendar. No,
he does not check.
Go away.
Calendar.
I do check the calendar.
Busted.
Thank you.
Busted.
Can I have access to the
living
calendar?
room. What's that, Drew?
Can I have access to the calendar?
No, you cannot have access to this calendar.
Finish baseboard.
The dumb shit you would put on there. No.
Oh no.
Listeners, do not listen to my wife. That is incorrect.
Make sexy time.
Check the calendar. Thank you.
Every morning at 6.
Oh, that's way too early for that. I'm an old man, Drew. That's too early for that.
Oh. The kid didn't hear that, did they? Like, come on, it's a new
Oh
earbud, right?
no.
No, they didn't hear that. They're yelling at my children are yelling at me now that you barely check it, like they have any idea what's going on.
Oh no.
I need to do this in like a barn somewhere.
Now, funny enough, I was at work today on time, and I'm toiling away. Thank you. The big one was I was like, man, I feel like I'm forgetting something this year, you know? And I'm like, you know what I haven't done at all in 2026? Do a single timesheet.
Are you serious?
Like, oh yeah. I was like, I better start doing this. So I'm on the last one. My phone rings. Hey, what's up, man? He goes, hey, where you at? I'm like, hey, I'm at the office. Are you gonna come to Baylor today? No, I'm not coming to Baylor today. It's on your calendar. No, it's not. Drew, you make the calendar. Oh, look at that. Look at that right there, Drew, on site, Baylor. Yep, I'm on my way. And I make the damn thing for everybody.
Oh, that is the worst feeling too, you know.
There's like 35 people on that calendar, and I got to schedule everybody Friday.
I had one a couple years ago. It was a walkthrough at a prison that I absolutely had to be at. And I had double booked because I didn't have one on my calendar. And I'm an hour and a half away from this place.
Oh.
And the other problem was I didn't have my work boots in my car. They were at my house still. And the guy calls me. He goes, hey, where you at? I'm like, just getting ready to wrap up at this one site or whatever. And he goes, we're starting this walk in like 5 minutes. I'm like, what walk are you talking about? He's like, this prison walk. I'm like, oh my God. I was like, what's the PPE requirements? He's like, oh, you got to have hard toe shoes, boots and everything. And I'm like, give me an hour and 40 minutes and I'll be there. And he was like, that's fine. I'll wait for you. I was like, I'm sorry. I totally double booked. I completely forgot. He's like, that's fine. We have to do this. So I'm going to be here anyways. He's like, just come out when you can and we'll do it. And I was like, thank God.
Did you wear another belly shirt?
I didn't. No, I learned my lesson. Yeah. I did wear those little like hip bells or whatever they wear.
Oh, gracious.
But no, despite what my wife says, we have gotten better about that. So you're only hearing one side of her story. All right. Oh God, I believe you. Back. I hear she
As I say, I like how he included the royal we.
It is. They weren't whistling at me.
Oh, they wanted him. They wanted him bad.
Oh Lord.
She's asked like 3 times. She's like, "Can I be on the show with you?" I'm like, "No."
Yes. Oh, let me text her. I'll set this up.
No. She doesn't really want to be on it. I was joking.
I'll find out.
But, so yeah, I'm better at it than I used to be, but I'm still not perfect at it. So
no, we'll never be perfect.
It's difficult to do. So it really.
I was gonna say, I don't think anybody is. Yeah, it's not about perfection. What's that? Perfect's the enemy of good.
Yeah,
or something like that. So, better to have your good days, have your bad days, but try to get into the column of the being decent and good.
Brother Taylor.
I was about to say I'd like the ratio to be a little stronger in the good days.
Well, right, right, but I mean, yeah.
But that's
cool.
What I had to say about it.
I kind of figured it. Yeah, I always wondered how much more involved it would be, at least just from seeing everything that my parents went through, and then also being the oldest of 5 siblings, getting a sample of that myself to a degree. It's kind of like, okay, yeah, I have an idea.
It's also like just kind of a mind shift as well, like. Because you would like when I look back when I didn't have kids, and it was like we felt like we had all this free time compared to what I have now, and it's like it didn't feel like that then though. So you just kind of get used to like it's just another.
Yeah, you're spinning plates. Huh?
Yeah, and you just get kind of used to spinning those plates, and it's like, and the way I'm working now compared to how I was, I have a lot more free time, and I just need to start using it more wisely. So
Yeah, I have deleted every bit of social media besides YouTube off my phone.
that's smart.
Dude, I have, and it's for me. It's not. I don't like doom scroll like videos or anything. It's I will just shop for like, is there a camera deal? Is there a deal on a golf club? And it's like this cycle never ends. And I'm sitting there thinking like, I could get this camera, and I'm like, what the hell else do I need? I don't need anything. So let's just delete it all of it.
It's smart. It's very smart. Yeah.
I had to download eBay again just so I could get my kids these lenses, but now, eBay's gone again. Like I don't need to see it. There's nothing that I need right now. Nothing.
That's a good way to go about it.
So yeah, I don't have I text and then I've got music on my phone, but that's really about the extent of it.
I don't
have Discord or anything on my phone.
I still have a lot of stuff on my phone. I need to pare some of it down. So
I do have Pandora for the kids.
Yeah. Music is one thing that it's like, music can be so passive when you're doing other things. Yeah. It doesn't bother me to have it on my phone. So
right.
That's fair.
But
yeah, the Discord one always kind of throws people off because I know a bunch of people through Discord and they're like, why don't you have Discord on your phone? I'm like, because I don't need ding 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 ding. I don't need a Tekken combo that keeps me stuck having to respond to things all the time because somebody needs to ask me something or somebody's want to message something. No, I don't need that.
Hell with those people.
All right.
Cool.
Well,
sorry, Graham. Yeah, I think we're good. Unless you were going to add something, Graham. You started to say something, but
no, I was going to say, do we want to move on to the top three?
Let's do that 3. Yeah.
So top 3's mine, and I kept this one simple tonight because I want to go to bed soon. I'm very old. So this one is top 3. Pets is wrong. Top 3 animals that aren't a typical pet.
Like a domesticated animal, essentially.
Yeah, right. Dogs don't count. Everybody loves dogs. If you're a cat lover, I'm sorry.
Hey, I like cats. All right.
I meant what I said, and I said what I meant.
I like cats better than dogs most times because they know when to leave me alone.
Ooh, it's fair. It's a fair point. But in honor of this being my topic, I will go first. And an animal that I adore but don't think everyone to meet would be a polar bear. No, I don't think Wiley. They're losing all their space here. Shut up, TV personalities. But polar bears, beautiful, majestic white beast that finds something, mauls it to death, and it's just covered in blood, straight out of a horror movie. It is awesome.
Very high contrast to their
absolutely. It's just like, and I heard they are just a-holes.
They're not nice.
Yeah, they will just go. I heard Joe Rogan told a story about Joe Rogan told a story about a polar bear, like just kept picking friends off one at a time. He just gnaw on them and like make sure the friends could watch. Then he'd come back for another one. Like you gotta come up with a plan and figure out how to take care of this guy because they're fast and they can survive in the water and you can't.
Oh yeah. They're terrifying animals, actually. They're probably the most terrifying, I would have to say. So, at least in my opinion.
At least they won't rape you like a dolphin would.
That is true. That is true. Well, you don't know what they're doing in that den once they drag you back. Nobody's ever come out to tell.
What stays in the den?
Yeah, no one's ever survived to tell. So who knows what's happening back there?
Fair point. Boy. Valid point. Oh. But that is my first one. So one of you guys take it. Love you, bud.
Want me to go, Taylor?
Yeah, you can go.
Number 1 probably is otters. Also jerks. They're known to be jerks. But I mean, can you deny how cute an otter is?
They're
just like they're running around, playing, rolling around in the balls. There's just something about otters I've always liked, even when I was a kid. Now, Redwall might have something to do with that as well,
Might have a little.
because they are awesome characters in the Redwall series. Not as cool as the hares, actually, but the hares are by far the coolest characters in Redwall. But like actual real hares, I don't really care about that much. Like I don't want to see them die per se. But like otters, like in real life, otters I think are super cool and really cute. And then they're super cool in the book. Not as cool as the hares, but very cool nonetheless. But yeah,
I was a big fan of the squirrels. You'd have to roll a die, but sometimes the squirrels would be, especially Rickety Tam. Rickety Tam's
the squirrels
pretty
also
badass.
the squirrels almost made my list here, except for they can be very annoying sometimes. But
Right.
it's on that cuteness scale. I think squirrels are cute. It's the big bushy tail. So
Oh,
That's fair. Otters always make me think of the South Park episode where they're like, is it in the
furry
in the
creature
future or
friends,
something?
or
Or in Imagination Land where they want to, I would slam you like on my like a clam on my tummy, or something like that. It just goes on about doing that to the different like South Park characters and stuff. But it's been forever since I seen that episode. But
yeah, so I'd have to say
Other than-
otters.
okay, all right.
I like it.
Yeah, that's they are cute. Aren't they the ones that like will like they'll fall asleep with holding hands or something like
Oh
that?
yeah,
Is
and
that
like on their backs. Yeah.
Oh,
Cute little
gracious.
animals. So
All right, the first one up here, Drew, you actually mentioned it before we started recording. I like tigers. I think tigers are pretty
tigers
neato.
are badass.
Uh, Particularly, it's the Siberian tiger. Um, I don't know. I just always just kind of liked them. I always thought they were just really neat. Not, I always see those really eccentric folk who have like a tiger as a pet, and I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
well,
for sure.
I have heard though that tigers love pepper but hate cinnamon. Nobody gets
Huh.
that joke. That's
No,
No,
that's
I don't-
hangover, man.
I haven't
never seen
seen it
Megan,
in
these
years.
guys suck.
I haven't seen it in years.
yeah.
The fact
yeah,
that
I know.
fell completely flat makes me sad.
I'm sorry. That's on us, not you, Drew. So don't feel bad.
Thanks.
That's on him. No, he needs to know his audience. He doesn't know us. How dare you?
Well, the audience probably knows it, so
Yeah,
they probably
damn.
got it.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah, tigers are
Gracious.
cool. I'm gonna buy you one of those '90s like tie-dye shirts with the tigers. You know, like they have in the Wolf in the Hangover. In the Hangover,
No.
Drew, the wolf shirt.
Oh man,
I'm gonna buy one of those as a Siberian tiger for Taylor.
I need a favor.
Oh,
On the back of that is a dial. One is percentage. One is Kelvin.
I was to say I
It turns
have
counterclockwise.
I have a hoodie that has a tiger on it. It's got the kanji for key.
I believe
Oh,
it's the
that's
one on
cool.
the
I,
right
I
one.
think I had it in
The
high
knob is
school.
right
Or,
here.
like it was
The knob
on
on the
around
right
then, or
with
like
this
right after
Alright,
graduating or something like that.
You
But
Not
you a
the
big fan of
percent.
Tony?
Tony the Tiger,
Tony the
yeah,
Tiger?
yeah.
Keep going. Keep there. Stop there. Thank you.
Oh.
Warming that
Love
light
you.
a little bit, huh, Drew?
Yes, it was. I can't really reach back there. So, a daughter. She's amazing.
There you go.
I look
Sorry,
dead
you-
in my.
I'm sorry you couldn't perform the reach around, but that's all right.
Oh,
Love you,
heavens.
babe. I'm probably on auto white balance. I'm probably not doing much. I feel pinker.
So,
I feel
You-
pinker.
you-
and I
it
think
looks
that's
it
what
looks
matters.
warmer. Kids.
It's not me. My hands.
Oh,
Are
I
much
know.
bigger.
It's I can tell.
well, I was
From
to
the small
say,
hand.
unless you,
God, actually, it doesn't look that different though, does it?
No, it doesn't.
well,
It's a little meatier.
Jeez.
but yeah, so that's fine. Drew, back to you.
So the coolest of all animals, because he don't give a shit, is the honey badger.
Oh yeah.
Honey
Oh,
badgers,
yeah.
they don't care.
No, not at all.
The honey badger is a way of life, really, which is why I've chosen it. And I did so many jobs where, like, at my little workstation, I'd print off the picture of a honey badger and put him there because it was someone, hey man, I need you to I don't give a shit. Like I'm working here. Go away. I mean, the guys take a bite from a cobra and keep on trucking. You gotta love the honey badger.
It makes me think of what's that other animal that's like that? That always mongoose. They're always Ricky Tikki Tavi. That remember that story in that cartoon from when we were kids?
I do.
About the mongoose fighting the snake. Yeah. You don't remember Ricky Tikki Tavi? I thought you were well read, Taylor.
I guess I'm not.
I believe it is.
I don't know the classics.
Taylor.
I believe it's a
okay.
I think it started as a book, but I saw it as a cartoon as a kid. We watched it in school, in elementary school.
Yeah, but you have to respect an animal that fights hyenas and tigers and lions.
It doesn't care.
Lions don't even mess with it. Yeah.
No.
Lions are like, all right, it's not worth it.
Exactly.
Not enough meat on that bone.
That guy's an a-hole. Like, I'm leaving him alone.
Everybody comes into the savannah or whatever. They're like, stay away from that dude.
Crazy.
He's
so,
just son of a bitch, mother.
Respect for the honey badger. That's all I gotta say.
I'll give you that one. That's a good one. My number 2, not a mammal, but not a land-based mammal, is probably an orca. Just in my opinion, the coolest of the whales. Very, very close second is the blue whale, just because who doesn't love literally the largest mammal on the planet? Thing is insanely big. But orcas are just very cool. Also dicks. Also not nice.
Well, kinda, but they're more tactical with how they do.
They play beach ball with seals and stuff. Yeah,
they dunk on.
Have you seen their land attack? Like they've mastered the art of like sliding onto land and grabbing an animal.
I have seen a video of that. Yeah,
that's wild. And then they like eat the liver of a shark but leave the rest of the body.
Yeah, see, that's badass.
Like
it's
what
dark,
the hell,
badass.
Man?
Just what a cool creature. So,
yeah, I bet it would play beach ball with you too.
I'm sure it would.
Well, haven't there been examples of them actually helping people?
Sure,
yeah, I think
when they're well fed.
Yeah, I think they're like dolphins in that sense. So, you know. But no, I've always thought I think the black and white pattern is very distinctive, very cool. I mean, there's really no other whale that looks like it. It's kind of closer to porpoise, isn't it, than like a regular whale?
They're beautiful animals. But, I mean, they really are. Their skin it's pretty amazing.
You want to touch it. It feels so. You've touched one. I've never touched one. I've touched a dolphin before.
I did a dolphin for sure. I did an orca, and there's a smaller whale.
Porpoise?
No,
it's
a SeaWorld one. Nope, that'd be fun.
A narwhal.
That would be fun.
Oh, cool. It was it. What's the derpy ass looking one?
I'm sorry.
It's got the bump for a head.
Beluga.
That's it.
The beluga. I hate beluga. Belugas are so dumb.
You know, you look derpy without your beard. So there.
I do. I'm not saying I don't, but I just the way it sounds and everything, and just the way they look.
I've never heard such unrestrained beluga hate in my life.
Yeah, I'm like all of one person that has that. Yeah.
I know I think you are alone in that.
I literally have a video on YouTube of me petting the beluga whale.
That's pretty cool.
It was awesome.
Did they all kind of feel the same?
Yeah, I would say mostly the same. It's very smooth. The skin is so cold. That's what really trips my brain up immediately. We saw them in San Antonio in summer, and I wanted in that water so bad.
I'm sure.
just to go in would have been phenomenal.
Until like the humpback whale swims by, and you're like,
I don't think there's humpbacks at SeaWorld. So.
Oh, wow. This isn't SeaWorld. I thought you meant like in the actual ocean.
No.
They said San Antonio.
San Antonio, that's land, buddy.
Yeah. You might get the Rio Grande, but
my geographical knowledge of Texas is not super strong. So
Houston coastal.
I know Houston is, but yes, I've touched a dolphin. So in essence, I've touched an orca and a beluga. So we're good. We're fine. So
all the same.
Yeah,
I let the dolphin touch me too. So
I think I've touched dolphins. I've petted sharks before.
I've
That's
pet
a
a shark
different
once
skin.
before. I
That's a
it.
different texture.
It's like
That's
rougher,
a very
isn't
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. That's
you
yeah. It's very
go
like
one
sandpaper.
direction on that shark.
Yeah,
You do
Yeah.
not you do not want to go the other.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
think it's a
a-
nurse shark or something. I think
Dude,
it's a
I've
nurse
caught
shark.
everything imaginable except for a great white in the Gulf of America.
oh,
I didn't know there were
Uh,
that many species of shark in one spot.
Oh, there's
oh
there's
yeah.
a ton. Yeah.
I've caught all sorts down there. I don't even know what the hell they all are.
That's-
The one that always creeps me out is like the baskin shark. The ones that are like really big that have that
Oh,
wide
yes,
open mouth
yeah.
that are like
hadn't
that
caught
look
that.
they look primordial. I'm like, oh, okay, you stay away.
Yeah,
See, I
caught
think-
one
No,
over
no, no.
3 feet, and they're like, "You wanna put it? No, I don't want to pet it. Throw it in the water.
Get it-
I don't
get it
want
off the
anywhere
boat."
near it."
Get it off the boat. The other one I always like too is the whale shark. I always thought the whale shark was pretty cool. too.
Oh,
Those
yeah,
are
yeah,
friendly sharks. I
yeah,
like
oh,
those
yeah.
ones.
Yeah.
for sure. Yep,
That and the
Mhm,
nurse
that's
shark.
amazing.
And then nurse shark's another one that's fairly
pretty
fairly
friendly.
tame. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty timid because they just sort of go
Yeah.
along the seafloor, I think.
Good
So-
stuff.
Yeah, that's my number 2 is orca. Shout out to
Beautiful.
the blue whales though. So you got to shout
Big
them
shout out.
So
Nice. All right. I put this one on here, but I know that people do have pets of them, so maybe I'll just specify it a bit more. But just frogs. I like frogs. I think frogs are really
I've
neat.
always liked frogs
Per-
too. They're pretty
per-
cool.
Do you consider
Particularly like the
friend?
yes.
Friend?
friend. I think frogs are really, really neat, and I particularly like the what is it, the poison dart frog?
Yeah,
Oh,
they're
I
pretty
know.
small.
Just the
aren't
the
they?
coloration.
they
Yeah,
really
but
small?
but it's the coloration
Yeah,
that I find really cool. But yeah, that and just I don't know, like toads. Whenever I see a toad, I think that they're just like really grumpy. Just like the look of them just looks like they're just really grumpy. Where toads, where
yeah.
toads, where frogs kind of have that like derpy sort of like. They're just kind of like, you know, you're like, you know, it's like okay, yeah, that's fine.
So-
I totally get it.
Does anybody know what like the frogs you'll find out in Ohio what they're called? Because like I'll run across one every now and then in the yard or at a pond or whatever. Does anybody know what kind of frogs those are? I just know it's a
Bullfrogs.
frog. Is it a bullfrog?
Ohio's full of bullfrogs. I'm
Okay.
sure there's more species than that, but those
That-
ones
that
are like
makes sense.
Really,
Well, yeah, I definitely hear them all the time.
Mm.
But I'll occasionally find they might just be little baby bullfrogs, but I'll occasionally see them in the yard or something like that where they're hopping around. So
Yeah.
I've had
Yeah, you
some.
see 'em a bunch
I've
in
had some
Japan.
tree frogs around here. Those are
Yeah.
like really light skinned green, very smooth. It's a really pretty frog.
What size of a coin or so, or a little bit
They're
bigger?
bigger
or-
than that. They're generally, I would say, silver dollar, like old school.
Okay. Yeah.
the other thing I've always liked
Gotcha,
is
gotcha.
you can kind of find them in southeastern Ohio and southern Ohio. And I know you get more of them the farther south you go, but those little lizards that run around.
Anoles.
They climb trees and stuff. We don't get them up where we live up here.
Yeah,
It's too
we
far north.
we got a lot
Mm.
of skinks, anoles around here. Like the skinks get like 8
Oh,
inches
really?
long, and I got a
Mm.
couple that frequent in my garage. They're my favorite pet in there because they will eat
the
eat
bugs.
the roaches because we get roaches about the same size.
Yeah.
Those
Okay,
damn nasty
yeah.
things.
And
And they attack you.
well, that'd be kind
it's
of
another
fun.
honey badger. No, it's not
Yeah.
fun. They're huge.
Kind of what the
I'll tell
roaches.
you what, Next
Or
time,
the
yeah.
lizards.
Next time
Oh,
I
yeah,
catch a
fuck
roach, I'll
that,
bring it up
dude.
to Ohio. I'll throw it in your house.
Absolutely not. I thought you were talking about the lizards. You can bring the lizard up, but do
Now,
not bring the roach.
man, well, the lizards. I've had an anole in the house. It was a pretty good size, about 6 inches long, and it's up on the top of the fireplace. And I'm like, kids, check it out. So I go up there and I get it in my hand and I turn it. And it jumps on my. We're on the stairs, right, the landing. It jumps on my son. He's younger. He's like, and screaming. I'm like trying to catch him not to fall down the stairs. And then the damn thing jumps on my youngest daughter, and she's wow! And I'm like, this is hilarious. So it jumps on the stairs. I was like, all right. So I grab it, And I start going down. The kids are all excited again, and he jumps on each of them again, and they scream. Oh my god, dude!
He was just playing games.
Oh, it was so funny. They were panicking. It's just a lizard, and then the ones that always get me are the geckos.
Geckos are super cool. Yeah.
When they get in, I'll be taking a shit, and you're like, "What's that on the tile?" And then it starts moving, and you're like, "Holy shit!" You literally, and, yeah, it's a damn gecko. Don't know why they always meet me in the bathroom. It's really messed up.
I wonder if it's coolness of the floor or something. Maybe
it could be. But yeah.
One thing we have here, I haven't seen in a long time, are newts. I have not seen a newt in a very long time.
Oh, yeah.
But we get those up here as well.
Yeah.
So
those the red ones are really pretty.
Yeah.
What's the I think it's indigenous to Mexico. It starts with an A. It's like an axolotl or what?
An
axolotl.
Yeah, an axolotl.
That's more of a fish. I think it's a fish with lungs. It might have lungs.
Okay, I didn't know if it was more reptilian or not, but
I believe it's technically a fish. It's a
okay. Gotcha. I know that those are becoming more and more pets for people, just because of how cute they
look and
stuff.
What I think I read, and I could be mistaken here, I think most of them come from like some cave like right near Mexico City. So like their habitat is really small, and that's why they're so endangered. Is they don't really find them anywhere else other than this one place. That could be completely wrong, but maybe it wasn't axolotls. But I thought maybe that's what it was.
I remember vaguely hearing something that it is very confined where they're originally from, but I think up in like Colorado, because so many of them want them as pets, that there's like breeding population programs that so they're a little less endangered than they once were. But
I know, like the place I was at today, they do some hellbender breeding programs where hellbender salamanders, because they're endangered. So I guess they used to be all over the place. Kind of speaking of, I don't know if you ever heard this, Taylor, but they're talking about reintroducing elk to Ohio.
Okay.
Down in southern Ohio. They have them, I think, in West Virginia. I think they had a pretty successful program reintroducing them to West Virginia, and they're talking about doing it in Ohio now because they're native to Ohio. So we used to have them, but then we killed them all and drove them all west because that's what we do. So, but yeah, they're talking about reestablishing them back in the state, which would be pretty cool. Huh. I don't think they go as far south as Texas, though. Do they, Drew?
I don't. I'm not a hunter, so I don't really keep up with the.
I haven't heard too many elk in Texas.
Maybe up in the tip top.
I would say we're like, even our deer are like medium dog size down here, and everybody gets hard on for them.
That's why everybody
wants to know. Like, where? Right next to that dog?
That's because you have all those chupacabras that are taking out everything.
Eat all the deer, all the big ones.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, down here it's all like it's game leases. So these guys, it's big business down here. It's like they fence in a large property and you go pay a shit ton of money to hunt it.
It's cheating hunting is what it's doing.
It is. It absolutely is.
Isn't like one of the biggest business down there right now hog hunting?
Yeah, but that's just good, clean fun right there. That is one hell of
for sure.
I've seen some hog that I'm like, is that a cow?
Yeah, I know it's
I'm
necessary.
In the city.
Well, what's that? Even in captivity, what is it? 3 weeks or so after they escape or something, they become feral. Yeah, it's something a really short time period
fertile.
Where
is it feral or fertile?
Feral, like where they start regrowing hair and tusks and everything like that.
Well, and they destroy crops down there. I mean, they will absolutely destroy a whole farm worth of crops.
Golf courses, they'll tear up a golf course.
So I understand the need to take care of because they spread faster than we can kill them.
Yeah, one of the more fun ones is you rent time in a chopper to just mow them down from the air.
I've heard about that down there.
Yeah, I've heard about that too.
But
all right, Drew, your last
last one, is it an animal or is it an alien? This is the question, and that is the octopus.
That is a good question, actually.
Those are the craziest damn things on the planet. highly intelligent, super like the camouflage on them is just insane.
Oh, they're
Um,
super intelligent too.
I don't
yeah.
think there's anything more interesting on the planet, animal wise, than a damn octopus.
No, they are wild. You do a good question asking, are they actually aliens? They might be. We don't
I'm
know.
telling you. It's like the dumb ones that they just dropped off here, like, see ya.
Yeah, you can have him.
You get the Cletus of the alien species.
But there was a Netflix documentary called My Octopus Teacher, something to that effect. I believe this man was in love with this octopus.
Doesn't surprise me.
It seemed romantic to me, and he had a wife and a kid, but like, he actually developed a relationship with this damn thing. Like, it was insane. Like, this thing would just oh hey, and come up to him and just like latch on to him, hang out. It was
like the
wild.
Futurama brain sucker kind of.
But yeah, I mean, if they get used to you, they can identify you, and they'll hang out with you if they trust you. It's wild.
It's like a parrot. It's like a parrot. No, it's kind of wild that like you're not supposed to eat dolphins because they're so incredibly intelligent. Now, and a lot of it too was the over harvesting of them, and at one point I think a lot of them were on endangered lists, but there's no laws about that against octopus, and
which
they're really
I think is a far more intelligent creature. They solve mathematical problems. They could literally like feel the opening of a hole in a box or something, and they could determine I could fit through this or I can't just by touching the hole. They literally math it out.
I've heard cats' whiskers do that for them too. That's why it's such a big deal that you don't ever mess with their whiskers, because that's where they have their spatial sense from. Is when they come up to something, their whiskers will tell them if like the size of the opening or whatever. So now that could be completely off base. I could be just spreading so much misinformation this episode.
It sounds good.
It doesn't. It sounds good. As long as I sound believable, we're okay.
Trying to make the cat a little higher up there.
Yeah. I did find out something interesting about cats today. A little gross. Not really. Cats actually don't go into ovulation until after they've mated. So the egg doesn't drop until the deed has been done. Yeah. And the way it works is when a cat is in that period, the estrus cycle, that's what the guy said. They're in the estrus cycle. Anytime they have sex with another male cat, they drop another egg. So a litter of kittens could have 5 different male cat DNA in it. And so each one is going to share the DNA of the mother, but all 5 could have different dad. And I was like, that is insane. That's why a lot of times litters don't look the same.
Well, I think that's why they don't do the here's the for like a species of house cat kind of thing where they do with dogs.
For the dogs, which needs to go away because it's causing horrible, severe inbreeding, which is why we have pure. That's like I do not want a purebred dog because they tend to come with so many more health issues because it's not good. We saw what happened with the Habsburgs. We don't need it with dogs too. Okay.
Just look at the pug.
Here's my dog. Seriously. This is his mom, his sister. That's his dad and his uncle.
Pretty much, yeah. Why is this acceptable? I don't know. All right.
Almost made a West Virginia joke there.
Hey, Alabama is the more one to make now. It's the more common one is the Alabama joke.
Oh boy.
So, move it farther away from Ohio, all right? We have enough bad stuff in Ohio. Every time I hear, they're like, today in Ohio, it's never a good story that follows. It's always some horrible story. It's like, of course. All right, my third one and last one. This one was kind of hard because I don't love a whole lot of animals, and trying to put it together quick, but probably cheetahs. Because I was thinking, like, out of the big cats, what do I like out of the big cats? Lions are cool. I stood close enough to pet one time, and I'll be honest, the urge to reach through the cage and like pet its head like I do my cat was very strong. And I had to be like, you cannot do that because it can rip your whole arm off. So stay away from the cage. Lions are cool.
Quite the story, though. That would be quite the story.
Which is lose your arm.
Oh no, I lost this arm.
Lost it to a lion fight.
You should see the lion. She's perfectly fine. She had a nice morsel. She's perfectly okay. I do think tigers are a little cooler than lions. But probably my favorite is cheetahs. Just because they're super sleek and super cool. I've always just thought cheetahs were cool looking and
they are
super
awesome.
fast. So I was that, and I was always a big fan of Chester cheetah. So just joking.
Because you like Cheetos, you sick bastard.
I'm not even the biggest fan of Cheetos. That stupid orange dust everywhere. I can't stand it. But no, Cheetos are pretty awesome. So I've always enjoyed Cheetos.
Pets, beautiful cat.
Speaking of pets, and you remember this a couple of years ago, Taylor, kind of out by Zanesville area or whatever, that guy like killed himself and he released all his wild animals, and they were like bears and lions and tigers running around in the wild in that part of Ohio, and like all the law enforcement came. They got like the zoo involved to bring them down. They had to kill a bunch of them because they couldn't capture them, and like the whole police department and everything got thrown right under the bus because of it, because people were like, why didn't you capture them? What are you doing killing these animals? And I was talking to a guy about it today. He's like, they're out there trying to shoot a grizzly bear with like a 38. What are you supposed to do?
Right.
You know,
You're right.
It's like, what are you going to do? So, but that was wild. I still cannot believe that happened. And that's why it, and another guy I was talking to said his neighbor had some like tigers or lions or whatever at one time. And when that happened, the state came out and was like, no, you can't have this anymore.
Yeah, we're done. We're done. That's like those psychos that have like chimpanzees or something as pets, and then it's like, in the news today, a lady lost her face.
Off. Yeah,
right. It's like, well, yeah, you had a chimpanzee for an.
But Bobo loves me. Yeah, I'm sure he does. Okay, all right, slow down.
He loves
it all. Those things are like what, an average of 4 times stronger than the average man.
Oh, like, easily.
Who needs that as a pet? Hey, did you shit in the house and throw it? Did you? Oh, my arm! Oh, my God, he's beating me with it! Like, you don't need that.
There's a video, I think it's like 6 or 7, or it might be a few more, like young adults sitting around a table or something at dusk time, and there's a chimpanzee hanging out with them. And they're going, whose toes are those? Whose toes are those? And it starts laughing, but then it gets to a point where it's like borderline frenzy, and you're like, guys, you've been drinking a little much. Like you're about to lose. Yeah, and it just starts getting like really, really, really excited about knowing whose toes are whose. And it's like. Oh, but
you don't need that nightmare in your life right there.
Yeah, well, I remember running laps at a old kiln for Todaiji, which is a temple in Japan, but it was like the kiln that they'd used for the roofing for it. Yeah, but it had been abandoned and all that sort of stuff. But there was a little pond that you could run around and stuff, and I was just running around there, and I go running around once and I start hearing monkey laughter in the bamboo forest. I'm like, I'm done. I'm going home. Like, like no. Like I don't need to know anymore. I've heard the laughter and it is yeah, no.
Well, it's like I understand wanting to study these animals or whatever, but like people like Jane Goodall, they're like, I'm gonna go live with the gorillas. I'm not going near a gorilla to begin with. So first off, I don't need any part of that. Yeah, it's even dogs, even domesticated dogs. We were talking about this today. I know people that will like dog they've never met. Somebody's out walking it or whatever, run up, start petting it, wanting like to hug it. I'm like, it's still a dog. If it decided it didn't like that, they could flip a switch and just rip your face apart. It's like even if they're domesticated dogs, I don't care how nice you say your dog is, I'm still going to be cautious with it. I'm not going to be like standoffish, but I'm going to be like, hey, let it smell me. and they say don't ever go high. Get underneath its head. That way it doesn't look like you're coming down at it. Get underneath it and like open palm, and let it smell your hand, and then kind of once it settles down, try to pet it. But yeah, I've heard too many stories of people getting bit and hurt by dogs that I do not rush into somebody else's dog.
It is rude as shit to pet someone else's dog without asking for permission. Like, because you don't know what that dog's trained for, trained to do, or what its behavior is. Hey, can I pet your dog? Nope, doesn't really like people it doesn't know. Like, that's, it's all you'd have to say.
Well, to be honest, though, I do go out of my way to pet service dogs, though. They've been trained. I know they're not going to attack me, so I go out of my way. I'm like, oh, service dog, and I like rub its belly and its head. I adjust the vest a little.
Don't they say not to rub those animals?
They do. They do. But I go out of my way. I'm like, hey, buddy, like throw a bone.
You're like, what? She's blind. She can't tell.
She's fine. It's all right. What are you doing to my dog? Nothing. Nothing at all.
Could you spot me out of a lineup? I don't think so.
But
gracious.
Taylor, finish this off.
Bring this home. So I like a lot of birds.
Owls,
special
perhaps?
mention.
I am not
Yes,
a bird
yeah.
at all.
I think birds are cool. So falcons, hawks, but yes, the beloved owl is. I love them. Though they are, from what I've heard, they're kind of a little simple. But I think that in the same hand, it's just that they're like flying cats, is what I've heard somebody try to compare them to, is that they are like the bird form of a cat.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I've always really liked them. I'll find a lot of imagery very interesting, like around the world with them, because outside of I want to say Greece, where they're kind of pinned with Athena. It's like the image of wisdom. A lot of times they are symbols of like harbingers of death.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Which is really interesting to me, because a lot of times with birds, think more so like a buzzard or a crow, or a raven.
Yep.
Yeah. What is the difference between a crow and a raven?
One was in a poem and the other wasn't.
One was in a movie,
yeah,
and the other wasn't.
It's true. Good movie too.
The first movie was good. Everything after was garbage.
Yeah, I've never watched anything after the original.
Yeah, victims, aren't we all? Just, but no, I think owls are really cool, and yeah.
See, that's interesting. You bring up the Greece part, because everything I've ever seen, like in media and books or whatever, they're always like the wise sages.
Yeah, always.
Right. Well, yeah, and there's I can't remember what part of Africa, but there's a tale of the crows versus the owls, is like this kind of folk tale war that goes on between the two, and the crows actually outsmart the owls.
Which crows are incredibly intelligent. So.
They are
right. Smart. Yeah. So, but it's kind of like I think owls in some places they do have that, but more so I think it's a lot more of like in Mexico. In Spanish, it's like, what is it? Cuando el tecolote canta, el indio muerte, which means like when the owl cries, the man dies. Yeah. So, but like it's but it came to be during the like Mexican Civil War.
Is it because owls were hooting at them?
Yeah, right. So, well, yeah. They're the narc. They're letting somebody know that they see somebody, and somebody's dying.
He just called the majestic owl a narc. I murdered an owl with my car once. I did not mean to. It was what do you call that when it's accidental?
Accidental?
An accident.
No, there's a word for it. But yeah, it was a beautiful white owl. I don't know what kind it was. I pray to God it wasn't endangered, and I was a kid. If I was supposed to report it, I didn't know. So it was a fucking long time ago. I was heartbroken about it. It was beautiful.
I killed a bald eagle with a golf club one time. Am I supposed to report that?
Tasted like chicken.
Look, it attacked me when I tried to get the eggs out of its nest. I was within my rights.
Let's. Well, I was gonna say, can't you get in some big trouble even just for having like feathers?
Yep. It's
Really?
you don't play with
Yeah.
bald eagle stuff. Nope.
Why
There's something
can't you
about-
have a loose feather?
Because it has something. I was reading something about it's tied to like Native Americans and Native American history, and like
fuck.
you have to have permission to own one or something like that.
We didn't have permission when we took this country.
That's a debate for another evening.
Oh no!
But,
I just think that's absolutely stupid that we can't. If you find an eagle feather, you can't have it. That's
well,
dumb.
I've met people that have them. I don't think it's heavily enforced if you have a feather. But if you're like at a trade show trying to sell it and you don't have a permit for it, you
Okay,
get in
I can
trouble
see
for
that
kind
being
of
it.
stuff.
I see that makes more
Yeah.
sense.
Because they do
Well,
the same.
I think it's probably more of where they are like, yeah, oh, you're trying to sell these things. Well,
Yes,
hey,
if
why
you
do you
have
have
one in
this?
your
Where did you
collection
get
at
this?
home, because that's
Okay,
like
that makes
it's a
more
big thing
sense.
for like deer antlers and shed. Like you can go get a deer shed out of the forest, but you cannot remove a skull with the antler still attached. That's against the law.
Why?
I don't know. That is hunting
Well,
regulation. It's
It
law.
probably, maybe skews back into how many of them will like hit deer with a car and then
Take
kinda
it.
do-
I think it's supposed to be against
Uh,
poaching kind of thing.
yeah,
guys
I
going
think
out and just killing animals to get their heads. And
Mhm.
so
Yeah.
you're not allowed to take it out. You can take sheds if it's been naturally shed. You're allowed to take it. If not, if it's still attached to the carcass at all, if you have a tag for it, like a hunting tag for that, you're allowed to have it.
Interesting.
But if
the
you don't,
laws-
you can't have that.
Well, yeah, I think Graham's hitting it right there. It's probably trying to be heavy hammered with the
Yeah,
poaching,
and
to
they
make sure
hammer.
that they're not.
They come down hard with that stuff too. So
Mhm.
usually big financial. If it's bad enough, jail time. You usually get a ban from hunting.
Mhm.
So they don't play around with that stuff.
Interesting.
So,
Well,
yeah.
this was fun.
These simple ones always are a good time. Like I think my favorite top threes are like when we're talking about restaurants of food or animals or
Yeah, but food
games
with
or
us goes
whatever.
long. Food goes long.
It does. You're not wrong. Animals went longer than I thought, honestly. So
Good stories. I mean, you can even have an octopus as a pet. So
I don't.
Yeah, there are some that do
I
that.
don't want one. I'd prefer to eat it in takoyaki personally, but that's just me. So I love some
classic.
takoyaki.
I don't know what that is.
It's fried
It's-
octopus balls.
How dare you, you son of a bitch.
It's, oh man, I feel myself getting smarter when I eat it too. So
I would happily try whale though. So
I don't know that I would.
oh, see, that's just quitting.
Honestly.
I can't have seafood though, so that's
Maybe
like-
I would. Okay, I would try it once. I would say it's
Well,
not something I would eat all the time, but
I didn't kill it. Okay, I don't think we should be killing a lot of these animals, like, because, we just shouldn't, like, chickens, cows, sure. I mean, we've all seen that episode of South Park. Leave the whales and the dolphins alone.
yeah,
and just
we
go
don't
after-
need whale oil anymore. Yeah, we
No,
don't
we
need
really
that
don't.
stuff. So
I
The
used to
Japanese, are
watch
you
those,
listening?
Those whaler movies where those guys would always, the Japanese whalers, oh, it's for scientific research.
oh,
Yeah, how long does it take to shit out? Like, you're liars.
I remember those. What was it? Greenpeace, I think, that used to like run after those Japanese whalers all the time. Yeah,
Mm,
there
It
was
was
a
wild.
documentary about it before. Yeah,
Horrible TV shows, but damn it, I watched several of them.
that's like Deadliest Catch. Brady and I watched so much Deadliest Catch back in the day. So
mm.
gotta watch that.
Did
Alaskan
anybody ever
fishing.
die on those boats?
A couple times.
Well, I mean, a
There's
lot of
couple
people have
boats,
died
yeah.
doing it, but I think there might have been once or twice in the show. So
But then it
It's-
was pretty deadly. So, Good.
if you watch the conditions, it looks horrible.
oh, dude, I've seen a few. Absolutely, I'm staying my ass on dry land.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't need to be out there. So
No.
they make a year's wage in like 2 weeks or a couple weeks. It's like working on an oil rig, kind of in that sense. I would do oil rig work if I didn't have a family. I would do that.
Mm.
So,
I- Yep.
what?
I just imagine you in the outfit you wear to prison, and you being real popular out there.
I think they would issue me the correct size clothes. All right.
I got that for you, woo boy.
I think they would issue me the correct size uniform.
Oh,
right?
oh no.
So,
Oh no.
I'll tell you,
What happened?
a dream job for me has always been like deep sea welding. I always thought it'd be super cool to learn how to weld underwater. I think
How
that's so
about
cool.
learn how to weld on land, and then I'll hold you underwater for a bit.
That's good. I'm all right. So I'm too old now to be learning new trades.
Come on,
But I
you're a
always
young
thought that'd
man.
be cool. I always thought it'd be so cool, like hanging off the edge of an oil rig, just under the water, welding. It'd
Nope.
be cool. Make good
Keep my
money.
ass on land.
Really good money.
Yeah, because you're gonna die.
Yeah, that's, you know what? We're all gonna die, Drew. Just do you
Sure.
want to make a lot of money while you're doing it or not?
That you can't spend.
You never know. I'm gonna have him
And he
buried
was
with me.
Never found.
We have him put it right in the casket.
Good stuff.
All right.
Gracious.
All right, guys. We ready to wrap up?
Yeah. Let's
Wrap
do
it up.
All right. Thanks for tuning in to episode 23. If you look down in the comments, you can see all of our social media and podcast links, which I will get updated. Before we started the show, I was downloading them so I can get them uploaded. And we will catch you on the next one. See ya.
Toodles.
And that's a wrap on another episode of Life Around 40. Think about it. Juggling the deadlines, coaching the team. Living out a 40-something fever dream. Kids in the backseat making a scene. Try to keep the whole damn operation clean. Talking capybaras and a fennec fox. Putting weird ideas back in the box. An oak oppie grazing round the clocks. Yeah, that's just the kind of thing that really rocks. This is Life Around 40. Yeah, the beautiful and strange. Life Around 40. Embracing all the change. We'll catch you on the next one. Stay golden.